Not that people don't judge me with everything I do, but I just feel like the internet is so weird about like filler and shit. Like all your favorite fucking YouTubers and Instagram models have filler.
So that clip you guys just seen is of Tana Mongeau. She is a YouTuber, if you don't know who she is, and she has a following on YouTube of 5.5 million subscribers. Never mind 8.3 million on TikTok and 5.6 million on Instagram. I believe that the popularity of lip filler has definitely been brought about by social media. And reality shows and just exposure to so many people living their lives on another level than we were never exposed to before with celebrities, because I feel like celebrities lived a much more private life.
You're doing so well.
Yes, Joanna. How do you feel?
So good. Literally never runner.
Baby. Subscribe. Does your favorite YouTuber film this?
That video was put out 5 years ago on her YouTube channel, and you can imagine with all of those followers, the power of influence she has on young people. And I remember around that time watching Trisha Paytas as well go and get lip filler. It was really popular era for influencers to get lip filler.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, I got my lips done. Again.
I think like 5 years ago was really the absolute peak of lip filler. I mean, it's still obviously really, really popular. There have actually been over 1 million people that got lip filler in 2021. I'm sure the statistics are like relatively the same year after year. I think when it comes to this type of stuff, I think like everything that I'm going to talk about in this video has really grown so much because of influencers and YouTubers especially. And I think it's because back in the day, celebrities would get things done, but we didn't really know so much about what they were up to, and we didn't really involve ourselves too much in their personal lives because celebrities have always kind of been kept at a distance, where I feel like influencers they're so much more relatable. And I think that's why they have grown the amount that they have and they're so popular and they do have such a large influence over people, is because we feel that they are more relatable. We almost look at them as like they're our friend, they're like our internet friend. Like we watch their every move, like we see their lives inside and out. We see the real versions of them. We see them when they're at home in their pajamas. We see them when they wake up and they don't have makeup on. Lip filler has been something that has actually gone on for a really long time. It started in the 1960s. I mean, it actually started earlier than that, to be honest. I think it started in the 1920s, but it really started to become more popular in the 1960s, where they actually started to use silicone injections. And then they started to have a lot of safety concerns with the silicone. So then they actually switched over to Boivin collagen instead. Currently, the lip filler that we're using contains hyaluronic acid that is present in the skin and cartilage. I would say that the popularity of lip filler really started from Kylie Jenner. Like we can all remember when she completely changed her look, like 360. She doesn't even look like she actually looks at all. Like it was so crazy when she came out with her new look. I totally remember that. And upon her getting the lip fillers, clinics reported a staggering 70% jump in inquiries regarding lip filler. Filler is big business with global revenue to be around $5.5 billion. So you can see Trisha Paytas before and Trisha Paytas after her lip filler. I'm going to show you guys like a bunch of before and afters of different women. And I feel like in a lot of these pictures, you know, these women look better before the lip filler. People are spending all of this money to make themselves look attractive, but are they really looking more attractive? The average cost of filler in the United States is $959, but it says prices can range from $332 up to $2,354 per treatment. It can last even more than a year in a lot of people. And the thing is women are getting it, they're going in for treatments like every 6 months, and they're just not realizing they still have it in them. And when you keep getting it added and added, it's compounding in your face. You might not know it because you're becoming numb to it, but yeah, it's building up. And then it starts to migrate to different locations on your face, which is really freaky.
Why does no one talk about this? I got half a syringe of lip filler aka mini and looking like this after. I have a shadow stitch. Please tell me they're just swollen. I didn't sign up for this.
And I think so many women, they almost become numb to the look of that, not realizing that is what they look like. And it's like they just keep getting more and more, and they're not understanding like how ridiculous they look, and from the side, how bad it looks. Sure, from the front, it might not be that bad, but from the side, it's horrible. Like, your lips are not supposed to protrude from your head so much. It's just not natural. And that is the thing with this lip filler, is people are taking it way too far, way far away from what is actually natural for us. And it is not attractive. I'm not saying you can't get it done and look natural, but for the most part, women that have it done, it just looks really unnatural. And in my opinion, it is not more attractive. And I actually think it's really, really sad that so many women feel the need to get it done, because not only is it really costly, so we're wasting our money on it, it's also harmful as well. There are risks involved with getting dermal filler. And then it's just like, it's not doing us any benefits. Like, I don't understand why we're doing it. It's not attractive. And it's really sad that we're just not viewing ourselves in the correct way. And we feel like we're lacking. We feel like we all need these big, juicy lips. And that's actually not the case. Some of our faces just aren't made to have big lips. And that's okay. Like, if you have smaller lips, you don't need to feel bad. There is nothing wrong with your face. You are beautiful. This need for these big fake lips needs to stop. The way that we're seeing things, I feel like we're becoming immune to this, and we're becoming to the point where we think it's normal to look like this, and it's actually really not normal. And if we ever get to a place in society where people just can't keep this up anymore, what's going to happen when everybody has to go back to how they naturally look? Like, it's going to be so weird, right? But thankfully, you actually can get it dissolved if you do get too much filler put in. That runs a risk as well. So I believe it's called hyaluronase. I'm probably saying that wrong. That's just off my memory. So I'm sure I have that wrong. I'll put it up on the screen for you guys. Anyways, I came across some videos and some photos of people that got really bad allergic reactions to dissolving their lips. No, it's like, you don't want to run that risk either. You don't want to run that risk of overfilling your lips and then having to pay the money to get them dissolved, and then to have like this horrible allergic reaction. Like, the fact that we are doing this to ourselves is crazy. I always feel like aliens, if they come to Earth, they're going to look at us and wonder, like, what the heck are we doing with ourselves? Another thing you have to think about if you're getting lip filler is, if you do decide to stop getting it one day, your lips are going to sag, especially if you've gotten too much. Like, if you just went and got a little bit done, I'm sure you'll be okay. But for people that have actually just like swelled up their lips so much to the point where it looks like they're going to pop, if you stop getting filler, you have stretched that skin out very badly, and you are going to end up with saggy lips. It's just like, we have to think about these things. Like, what are we doing to ourselves? This is insane. Okay, another thing that women are doing that is making themselves ugly is these freaking fake lashes. What the heck is going on with these massive bugs on your face? It's like butterflies on your eyes. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes I'll be driving and I will look beside me at the intersection, and I'll see a girl, and like, the first thing I notice really is her eyelashes, and they are sticking out, like her side profile, like her eyelashes are coming off of her face by like over an inch. And I can see them. Like, when I can see her eyelashes and I am sitting in a car Like, think about the distance between us, and I can see your eyelashes and they are sticking out. Like, I shouldn't really be able to notice your eyelashes first when you are that far away. That is a concern. For myself, I have never actually felt a desire for fake lashes. And I think mainly because I am afraid, because I know if you get these lashes done, you will actually start to lose your natural lashes.
This is all I got.
I want to tell you why lash extensions are damaging your lashes. First of all, I only have 4 individual lashes on this eye and nothing on this eye. I know that you want to wake up and look great, and that is totally fine, but the longer you have your lash extensions in, the more your lashes are going to actually fall out.
Which is crazy because this is not cheap. So people are paying to lose their natural lashes. I did a little research to see what people pay. I know I've heard it's like pretty expensive. I was shocked by how much people pay. But here's somebody on Reddit says, I pay $45 every 3 weeks for low volume. My old lash artist charged me $50 per 30 minutes. So fills would be $150 every 2 to 3 weeks. Like, if you think about this, if you were doing this for a year, how much money is that? Like, imagine you're doing this for 2 years. In my opinion, that is money that can just like go in your savings to buy yourself something like so much better and more permanent in your life. Most of these women that are going to get lashes done, they have eyelashes. And, you know, it's really crazy that we've come to this point where we feel like everything about us is just not good enough and we have to replace it with something fake. There are good mascaras out there. You can just use a good mascara. Or if it's a special event, just wear fake eyelashes that you put on yourself and you take off that evening. Another reason why I've never gotten it done is because of the risks involved. I have seen too many photos on Instagram and too many videos on TikTok showing people with eye infections. Like, why would I take that risk? I have eyelashes. Sure, they're not huge. Sure, they don't look like they're fake, but they work and they're fine. Here's another article. What do you pay for eyelashes? I love getting my lashes done. It makes me more confident, but I can never get them done for months in a row because of how expensive it is in my area. I get mine done for $190 and $90 a fill. I just can't justify spending that much every 2 to 3 weeks. How much do you guys get your lashes done for? I live in New York and I feel like every lash tech is so expensive. I remember when lashes first became popular here, it was about $130 and $70 for a fill. And the thing is most of these women that are getting lashes done, not only are they getting the lashes done, but they're getting nails done and they're getting lip filler done too. How much money are we throwing away on this unnecessary stuff that's actually not even benefiting how we look? And I always wonder, like, do people think this is attractive? Because a lot of the people I talk to, like men and stuff, like I'll ask them, like, do you guys think this is attractive? And they're like, no, I think it looks ridiculous.
How do you feel about fake eyelashes?
I'm not for them. I think it's too much. It's like I don't need a breeze every time somebody takes a blink. I don't need it blowing my fucking bangs back. I already look stupid enough.
And when things are not looking natural, then they tend to look ridiculous. That's just how it is. There's this article here with this girl saying she left with zombie eyes and blindness from botched eyelash extensions. I mean, I'm sure it really matters where you go, but at the same time, like, do you want to run that risk? Is it worth it? Thankfully, there are a ton of TikTok videos going around with women realizing how ridiculous they look with their lashes. I am so happy this is becoming a thing. RIP to people that made a lot of money off the lash extensions. I'm sure it's going to continue, just not on the same level it has been. It got out of hand, and it is really nice to know that it is becoming popular to take them off. Like, the last thing I want to talk about that women are doing to make themselves ugly is these eyebrows, you guys. Like, this became popular quite a long time ago, actually. I think we are staring at too many photos of ourselves, of other women, and we're just losing touch. Like, it is becoming normal to see these block shaped eyebrows that are perfectly squared off. You know, the thing is like, our eyebrows are hair, and hair doesn't grow in a absolute perfect formation. We don't need to notice your eyebrows first. Your eyebrows should actually work in harmony with the rest of your face. And I think it's like, just, yeah, there's something going on where women aren't realizing how big and dark their eyebrows are becoming. It's almost like the Instagram filters, how they make us look. It's like women were trying to and are trying to replicate the Instagram filter look in real life, almost like a Bratz doll, you know? It's like we're trying to look like Bratz dolls, but we're human, and we're doing all these weird manipulations to our face. And so when I talk about these things, you guys, I am not talking about where people get it done naturally, where you wouldn't even notice that they got it done. You would just notice like, wow, you look really good today, or like, wow, your makeup looks really great, or something about you just like looks so good. You look refreshed, you look younger, like, tell me what you've done. You know, I'm not talking about things on that level. I am talking about things that are just overly done. Actually, you know, we are going back to natural for the most part. That's starting to trend, but I think it's just like, there's been so much of an unnatural trend that it's just like escalated so much that it's actually starting to dive off the cliff now, and we are starting to go the other way. But you can still find a lot of people where this is going on, and it's very unnatural, and we just need to get away from these trends. Of course, there are many cases where people get microblading done, and it will actually improve the look of their eyebrows, especially with aging. I know a lot of women can lose hair on their eyebrows, so microblading is a really great solution for this problem. And when it is done naturally, it looks really good. So I just want to say, I am not meaning to criticize everybody who has done microblading or does stuff to their eyebrows, just as I'm not criticizing everybody who has some lash extensions or everybody who gets a little bit of lip filler. That is absolutely not what I'm doing. What I'm talking about is when it is over the top and it is no longer considered attractive. Thankfully, the same trend with the eyelashes, the eyelash blindness, is happening with the eyebrows. Actually, that is how it began, this whole like blindness thing. And so there are a lot of videos on TikTok of women talking about when they had eyebrow blindness and they didn't realize how ridiculous they looked with their eyebrows. So the point of my video today was not to criticize women. I am not meaning to do that. I am actually really wanting to liberate women, and I'm really hoping that a lot of women start to see how they are naturally beautiful. And also too, like, we're not putting ourselves in any harm's way, running risks of having something detrimental happen to us with getting all this lip filler or getting these insane eyelashes put on our eyes. Like, that is so unnatural. Your poor eyes. Like, I feel like it's like taking your eyesight for granted. Like, we cannot be doing these crazy things.